Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Lindsay. 7 yards there and a first down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. That one goes for 24 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings' 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Joe Schobert on
no gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
You better be afraid of me. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
If you know, you know. If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Third down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they're going to get the 1st down here as he's up to the 14. 7 yards the pickup. 1st down, Chicago.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
He was taken.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Off of play action, Darnold. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
a gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Past the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Philip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Good. Makes the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 12, Newton, and that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
A gain of 25 yards.
So one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ready? Ready?
They'll run on first down. Akers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, Akers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Akers might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Darnold from the gun. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brings up 3rd.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Vikings, first down.
Now Newton on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll run on first down. Akers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Ball carrier.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Akers. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
First down, Vikings.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
3rd and less than a yard.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Darnold. Flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run. It's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's taken down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
2nd and 4.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. Open man here, Sims complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Minnesota.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The drive starts with a completion left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
Mike, 57. Check. Lucky.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
For the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Cam Akers.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Newton, and his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. 3rd down here.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Vikings first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a run with Akers. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Big series right here. You got to step it up. Slide. Gun.
From the gun, Newton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
To throw on third down. Newton forced out to his left. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Henry Ruggs, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Newton, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Newton. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 12. Darnold now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57, Mike, 57. Danny. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
To throw is Darnold. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Throwing again. Newton. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's Akers. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On first down, Akers. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Newton. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Third down.
The Vikings on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here comes Pettis on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Darnold. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Chicago. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable for Thomas. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check 4, check 4.
Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Akers. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Cam Akers, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Final score, Bears.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Chicago, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.